Get ready, folks. The lights are gonna shine. Maconi Entertainment. It's almost showtime. Rev it up. Feel the engines roar. iRacing's calling. We're ready for more. Virtual tracks and the thrill of the chase. Get your game face on. We're setting the pace. With every turn and every dive, the tension is soaring, we're feeling alive. Strapped in tight as we hit that green light. This is the moment we've waited all night. Maconi's on fire, countdown to blast off. The show's about to start, can't wait to hear you scoff. From the virtual pit to the roaring crowd cheer. iRacing's here, let's make it clear. From road courses to dirt tracks so wide, we're bringing you action like a wild ride. With every lap, hearts pound like drums. And when the flag waves, you know victory comes. So grab your crew and turn up the sound. Maconi Entertainment's breaking new ground. Feel that adrenaline rush through your veins. This is our moment, let's break these chains. Maconi's on fire, countdown to blast off. The show's about to start, can't wait to hear you scoff. From the virtual pit to the roaring crowd cheer. iRacing's here, let's make it clear. So grab your crew and turn up the sound. Maconi Entertainment is breaking new ground. Feel that adrenaline rush through your veins. This is our moment, let's break these chains. Maconi's on fire, countdown to blast off. The show's about to start, can't wait to hear you scoff. From the virtual pit to the roaring crowd cheer. iRacing's here, let's make it clear. In just a few moments we'll take you away to a world of speed where legends will play. So don't blink now, don't miss a beat. This is Maconi magic, we bring the heat. So buckle up tight as we start this thrill ride. Maconi Entertainment, join us for the stride. The show's just moments away, feel that race ignite. With iRacing on deck, it's gonna be a night.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. And I'm feeling good.
final round of the GoatLocker Racing Sunday Truck Series presented by INVETS. This evening, we are excited to be bringing you coverage of all the action from iRacing's virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway here in the virtual Hampton, Georgia. Maconi Entertainment is here to bring you all the action from all types of racing, including the weekly Maconi C6 Series, Fast Fridays, and more. No matter what you are racing, we can bring the action to life. My name is Brayton Laster. Joining me in the booth tonight is the lovely, the excellent, the Christmas-themed Jeremy Briggs with DJ Line Work and the controls as our producer for tonight's coverage. And Jeremy, Atlanta was repaved in recent years, turning the super speedway and quickly became a fan favorite. Although tonight we're shaking up a little bit. We're going back in time to 2008 to be exact, before the repave. This track, though, it features less grip, less banking, and quite a unique strategy. So what do you think we can expect to see tonight? And more importantly, what do you think the fans should know about this championship shakeup here in the last couple minutes?
Well, Brayton, it's a pleasure to be here, and boy, do we have a lot of championship shakeups coming into tonight. We had a lot of drivers locked in, a couple drivers not able to either secure a rig where they're currently at on vacation or had a last-minute issue come up. But I mean, within the last 20 minutes, a lot of this has transpired as Cadorian Davis and now Colton Lanford are now finding themselves in the championship hunt tonight. We'll get onto that more, but this old Atlanta configuration is going to be great. I'm really excited to be here at this old style. The super speedway style really isn't that much of a fan for me, but these drivers are going to put on some great racing. There's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding. Let's take a look at how we got here.
Yeah, the two drivers not making the Final Four tonight. It's going to be David Duke, second place last week at Michigan. You see on the schedule there was a solid lock, regular season champion and family vacation down in Georgia. So it's actually a lot closer to the real life track than the virtual track here. No, Michael McCarthy, last second issue for him. So both the drivers not in attendance tonight, unfortunately. But see the full schedule there. Now the Google Maps zoom there, give you a better idea of where we're at here in the southeastern part of the country. But it's been a long season, couple months. Multiple winners, multiple fierce races that have come down to the wire, and there's four drivers: Cadorian Davis, Ben Stevens, Chance Taylor, and Colton Lanford. Your four drivers trying to become a champion here tonight.
And those four drivers that you mentioned, there's going to be a reason why we see them at the front tonight. That's why they've been up. That's where they've been majority of the season. This track, like I said, 1996, it opened up. 2008 was the last configuration, so this is previous to that. 24 degrees in the banking, the 1.5 miles still in length, but not too much of a crazy banking. So like we said, these drivers won't be super speedway racing here tonight, but we'll have that old school 1.5 mile track feel here for these trucks tonight. As qualifying has just a minute and a half to go. Take a look at that championship 4.
I started with a round of 12, couple races down, knocked a couple guys out, and then to the round of 8, and see David Duke, like we said, was the top of it all. And just family vacation. I don't know who scheduled that one, if it was him or the wife, but I'm sure someone probably wasn't too happy with that one when they realized the scheduling conflict there. But qualifying at a track like this is key. You mentioned, it's not a drafting style track like the new Atlanta is. The track position, especially with intermediate style racing, with these trucks, the new tire package, the aero package, you want to start up front.
As we get ready to get underway here, we'll take a quick look at INVETS and GoatLocker Racing's mission here. If you scan that QR code right there at the top left, you can donate today. INVETS supports GoatLocker Racing in so many ways, from sponsorship to helping others identify veterans for our community. INVETS is an amazing organization. Please scan the QR code above or follow a link to donate to them today. When organizations partner together, we all win, one lap at a time. And it's always been a pleasure to be part of these GoatLocker Racing broadcasts all season long, as they do a great job for a lot of vets in the Indiana locations.
Yeah, a lot of drivers, a lot of community here in the GoatLocker, not just tonight's league, but tonight's this whole community, the entire GoatLocker community. A lot of them are out of the Midwest, especially Indiana, and especially INVETS here, tonight's series title sponsor. Been a proud partner all season long, and we're going to try to give them a good show and give them a good finish here to round out the season. As qualifying is getting wrapped up, drivers expect to head down a pit lane, not to the starting lineup, to the starting grid in the next couple of seconds. And we'll get a look at the grid. More than 20 drivers entered tonight's finale. want to see how they line up. Look at where someone wants to be tonight, either a champion or a race winner, victory lane. I want to see though where they start. Starting on the pole tonight with a time of 30.769, just a couple hundredths over Andrew Player. It's going to be Andy Kurtz there in 48. Just outside, just mentioned him. Andrew Player, we've seen him up front a handful of times this season. Benjamin Stevens there in third, just a hair off their front row. And then Chance Taylor, he's going to have a chance tonight there in fourth with a 30.813. Travis Bieber rolling off fifth. And George Jewell, very quick in practice, not able to translate the qualifying exactly as well. He's going to start sixth. Cliff Adams there in seventh. Dorian Davis is going to roll off eighth. Mark Cofield there in ninth. And Barrett Martin is going to start 10th.
Just outside the top 10 and 11th, you've got Johnny Cofield. In the 12th starting position, you got the 99 of Brandon Wallace. In 13th starting position, you've got Jeremiah Holt. In the 14th starting position, you've got Mickey Isaac. In the 15th starting position, you've got Kyle Deering. In the 16th starting spot, we've got Charles Abert. In the 17th starting spot, we've got the newest addition to the championship for Colton Lanford. 18th starting position, Tommy Lemley. 19th, you've got Brett Bieber. 20th, Jeremy Gardner. 21st, Krebs Bottinger. And then the 22nd start, you got Patrick Drabeck. The 23rd spot, you got Scott Gilroy. And rounding out this awesome field of trucks tonight, Nicholas Gibson in the 24th starting position.
Yeah, going to be very interesting to watch these drivers work their way up through the field. Of note, your playoff drivers, the highest starting one, you got two of them in the top five, Benjamin Stevens and Chance Taylor starting side by side, third and fourth. So they're going to be their early front runners for that championship. And you saw one start all the way back in 17th. Their one just added, that was Colton Lanford, and Dorian Davis as well, starting to the top 10 in 8th. So they're pretty spread out through the field to see the race analysis for tonight's race. 80 laps. Field length expected to be less than half of that, so 2 stops at a minimum. Pit road speed of 45 miles an hour, 1 fast pair, a fixed iRacing help so everyone's on an equal playing field, and then 2 green-white checkers in the bank if we need them as the field is getting ready to roll. Jeremy, you've seen these guys a lot more than I have this season, and let me tell you, every time I've been here, they've put on a show, and picking a winner is always a hard task to do, but who are you going to put your money on here tonight?
Well, week by week, if the David Duke machine is in the field, he's usually your pick, but obviously things happen, cannot make it to tonight. I'm going to look at Chance Taylor starting the top 5 tonight. You know, running for that championship. David Duke not out. He's probably licking his chops, being one of the biggest contenders right now for that championship trophy. And these drivers have put on some great racing all season long. These last few races have had a lot of green flag racing. We'll see if we can finish it off here at the finale race here on Maconi Entertainment.
2 beautiful looking trucks here on the front row. Andy Kurtz and Andrew Player there. Beautiful looking simulator here we've got going on with iRacing simulation service as the pace truck expected to pull off down pit road this time. It does. Andy Kurtz leading the field to green for the finale race. He's going to get there. Leads the field, leads Andrew Player off the front row. Andy Kurtz taking the green flag for the final time this season. Got a decent gap pulling away out of turn 2. They're going to be side by side behind him for second. Andrew Player trying to hang on and defend Benjamin Stevens, but Stevens, it's go time for him. That 24 truck is that 14 truck is outside. That's Chance Taylor looking for a chance to win this race and win this championship. But first lap led tonight, it's going to go to Andy Kurtz.
When you're up towards the front, Brighton, and you want to win that championship, easiest way to play the game is to be the leader. If you win the race, you're going to win the championship. Don't have to worry about where everybody else is because they're in your rearview mirror. Chance Taylor running third right now, definitely going to be trying to pounce here early on, try to set the pace, try to dominate this race tonight and maybe secure that championship. It's coming around to complete lap number 2. Field is getting nice and strung out. Trying to get the truck's tires warmed up and see what they got. We'll see if we get a nice green flag run right here.
Chance Taylor gets around Benjamin Stevens at the battle there for third and for the championship as they run. Trying to chase down Andrew Player there in the 18. Speaking of players, ran down Andy Kurtz right in his tire track. So took a little longer to get his tires warmed up and get in line behind Kurtz. But the battle of the Andys up here in the front. 2 comes out on top, but they've kind of pulled away from the top 4 have pulled away from the 5th place truck of Bieber and Cliff Adams here. They're side by side. Bieber in the bottom of the 114 to 94/24, 98/24 out there. I believe that is George Jewell, another other driver as well. I believe we have 2 114s in the field actually. There's something funny going with the numbering here.
Yeah, there is a 114 and a 14. They are running right next to each other. I'm not sure if Bieber's car might be, or truck might be a little numbered differently. But I've been watching Travis Bieber. He's running about a half lane up higher than everybody else his last few laps. I'm not sure if maybe that clean air is helping him maybe have some more traction or that momentum's happening. But you can see right there, he's run up there by that higher seam. We'll watch his run down the backtrack to see if he can maybe pounce on Chance Taylor.
Yeah, Benjamin Stevens continues to fall down 2 spots. He's in 114 of Travis Bieber here. Getting ready to sing, running that high line up there, screaming, getting the momentum off the corner and absolutely running down these guys. Top 3 pulled away, but Travis Bieber is trying to invite himself to the party. I think he's doing a great job at it last time by. Is on equal pace, actually a little bit quicker. Battle for the lead. Here's Andrew Player looking inside of Andy Kurtz. Player's not going to have momentum, falls back a little bit. Bobbles big time though off the corner, able to get it wound back up. Doesn't lose the spot, but doesn't get a spot either.
There's so much risk and reward going out there trying to make those passes. You know, he almost lost the position trying to get that pass for lead. You can see all the ground that he lost there to Andy Kurtz. Andrew Player now has to make all of that space back up. Try it one more time as we look throughout the field. I believe that is going to be the 51 of Condorian Davis right there, running in 9th place, trying to get to the inside of Brandon Wallace at 99. We'll see if Condorian Davis continue to make his march to the front, as right now Chance Taylor is our championship leader.
See Brandon Wallace there, just talked about him, moving into the top 10. Trying to work his way through this pack of hungry hippos. Condorian Davis is the driver that it's go time for him, but I don't think he's quite on the loud pedal as much as he wants to be. Struggling early in this run, down 2 spots already. All their championship contenders, minus Chance Taylor, are having a good run so far. Then again, running 8 laps into it, so still a lot of racing left. Bit bobble with Jeremy Gardner, I think, going to go 3 wide, looking low. Comes back up, thinks better of it. Gardner, your winner last week.
You can see the 61 of Barrett Morton in that bright yellow and blue truck, trying to sneak his nose in there into that top 10 battle. 42, he said, like Jeremy Gardner, last week's winner, trying to make his way through the field. Jeremy Gardner started in the 20th position. He's now up, was now up 6, fell back once. He's now up 5 positions from the start of the race.
Riding on board the front bumper of Barrett Morton. Let me tell you, Barrett Morton actually came to me.
Contact for Chance Taylor there. Excuse me, sorry.
No, you're good. Barrett Morton came to me with an idea a couple of days ago. He said, Brain, I got an idea for you. And he said, how about we do a little promotion deal where the winner of this race gets a free spot on my ARCA car at Daytona and Talladega. So the winner of this race, not just racing for a championship, some of these drivers, not racing for a win. That's a big bobble there from Barrett Morton at 61. But the winner of this race is going to have their name plastered on the lower quarter panel, joining a couple other names, of course with my nonprofit Drive for Humanity. But winner of this race is going to have their name on my lower quarter panel or my rear deck in the ARCA races at Daytona and Talladega next week. So Barrett Morton gave me that idea. I'm sure he'd love to have his name. Currently not looking too good. Driver, though, who's looking pretty sporty right now. Didn't get a whole lot of practice and joined last second and didn't qualify. Patrick Grabeck here does a lot with GoatLocker. His pride and joy, his baby here, and he's trying to baby this truck to the front.
Got a big hill to climb, but it was in that championship battle earlier in the week for the Wednesday Next Gen Series. Fell just 1 position short there. But we'll see if he can come in here and get a win and get his name on the quarter panel or decklet of Brayton Laster's machine.
Always worth a shot.
That's a cool opportunity, Brayton. I'm happy to see one of these drivers get that opportunity. That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. When Barrett came to me, I'm like, man, I'm surprised I didn't think about that. So I reached out to Patrick. I'm like, hey, it'd be cool we do that. He said, that's pretty cool. And saw the driver's spot. It was pretty sweet. So they're fighting for more than just a win. It's something, a lot of these guys will be at Daytona in February during Daytona 500 Speed Week. And They'll say, hey, my name's on that race car. Hopefully we're running up front like the winner of this race is running up front, but we will see as the battle is all around this field are 2 or 3 wide, or look towards the front. They have fanned out. Andy Kurtz has pulled away to quite a sizable lead now.
Andy Kurtz, 8/10, now 9/10 of a lead over Andrew Player, who is now battling side by side with the number 14 of Chance Taylor. Chance Taylor leading the championship battle right now over Kadorian Davis. I believe Kadorian Davis is one of the closest drivers in that championship battle right now. Oh, excuse me, that's Ben Stevens in the 24. That's the closest. Sorry, I skipped right over it. My apologies there. So Colton Lanford's also in the mix. So we got a lot of drivers out here. Kadorian Davis right there in 9th. We'll see how it plays out. Oh,
off of turn 2, Patrick Graybeck just talking about him going to turn 1, had a big bobble, had a bit of contact with Jeremiah Holt, and got sent down to the apron. Actually, I think he made contact with the inside wall. Get a replay here and see what happened. There's the end of it, but trouble already for Patrick Graybeck in the 07. There's a contact with Holt. Gets sent to the outside wall. Gets loosey-goosey, trying to get out of the way. Does a great job at avoiding the rest of the field. And, whew, man, that could have been a lot worse.
Gonna get that fast repair. Probably go down a lap. Yeah, he does go down a lap. Looks like he might be taking tires right here as well. Yes. He figured while he's down there, while he's down there, just do it now. It's kind of got a green feel to it. We'll see if he can gamble with those pressure tires. A little bit more fuel and go an opposite strategy, and he's getting involved in an incident.
See the battle there for 4th. That's Andrew Player. Just got passed by the 114 of Travis Bieber. As Chance Taylor has stolen 2nd from Player as well. And Benjamin Stevens gets around Player as well. And Player is falling off like a rock here. Someone's attached an anchor to his left rear and is pulling him back very quickly. But they're all trying to chase down the same driver. That's a 48 machine of Andy Kurtz. Andy has been picture perfect. Your JM Printing Promotions pole winner is trying to lead every lap, and he has done a great job leading all 17 so far.
Doing a great job, but Chance Taylor chipping away out of it as we look right now at the number 53 of Johnny Cofield. GoatLocker machine. Sweet looking
Beautiful
ride.
Truck. Yeah, beautiful truck.
Great job with those colors.
Already pops around the corner. The spotters love it. As Andrew Player, bit of a bobble for him off the corner. It looks like it's sent low. So I think that's the trouble as far as handling goes from that number 18 truck. He just, oh, we got one in the wall. That's number 30.
Tommy Lemley.
Was battling back there with Barrett Moore and company. I don't know if he's had a bobble or what.
Oh, Andrew Player lost packet.
Andrew Player drops up to a hardware issue. See what happens to Tommy Lemley. Lemley goes to look low, gets the air taken off the spoiler, looks like, and into the outside wall. Could have been a lot worse. The rest of the field did a great job at avoiding it, but Tommy Lemley coming down pit lane, getting that fast repair, and getting some new tires.
Gonna get that machine fixed back up and back out on the track. Andy Kurtz right now. The last 2 laps was just a tick slower than Chance Taylor, but that lap, Andy Kurtz picked it up just a smidgen back over Chance Taylor, so that lead hanging around that 9/10 of a second range. Look throughout the field here. Still got that awesome looking paint scheme. A lot of awesome looking paint schemes throughout the field. The 25 right now of Colton Lanford. He is running in the 17th position, right where he started, trying to see if he can capitalize on being added to this championship for last second. Let's see if he can maybe do a little bit of different strategy to see if he can get there. It looks like the 50 is off the pace coming out of turn 4.
I expect a pit stop soon, as Kyle Deering is actually coming down for one right now. I don't think this was scheduled. It's a little too early, but we'll see if people are going to follow him on down. So Kyle Deering, my dear, will be the first, maybe scheduled, maybe not, green flag pit stop of the night.
We'll see how busy pit road gets here over the next few laps. We expect 2 stops tonight. Right now we're looking at this battle between Cliff Adams in the 98 and the 114 of Travis Bieber. Bieber started in the 5th spot, now running in 5th.
Andrew Player back on track and came out right in front of the leader. He's going to be 3 laps down, all said and done. So he's going to need a lot of help and a lot of luck to get back up front. Right on board here with Cliff Adams on the 98 still. All over that back bumper of Travis Bieber, like you were just mentioning. A lot of great looking trucks. That's one thing I noticed looking through this field, Jeremy, is there is not a bad looking truck in this field.
Getting some awesome shots from our production booth as well. Makes these trucks look really good. GoatLocker Racing always looks good on Maconi Entertainment. We have appreciated them letting us be a part of their season. And boy, this race is starting to play out to be really good as we're about 24 laps into this 80-lap event. Some pit stops kind of out of sync, but drivers may be trying to do something different. A couple drivers having some misfortune and trying to capitalize on that.
Let me tell you, Andrew Player is about to have the time of his life because he's going to come out here on 20 laps, or he's going to come out here on fresher tires and just drive around these guys that are on 20, 22, 25 lap old tires. So there's nothing more fun in iRacing than coming out on a track surface like this with fresh rubber and everyone else has new. It's very late into the tire run. You are going to be a second, if not 2 or 3 seconds quicker a lap. So Andrew Player about to have a fun little run here despite being 3 laps down. On board here with Mickey Isaac, fast driver in the top 10 from the up handful of spots. Trying to get around that 36 of George Jewell mentioned his speed in practice. Trying to get up to the front.
We were talking about those fresher tires. Patrick Drabeck, one of the drivers that had issue, he's got 9 laps on his tires currently, running a 31.6 lap time. Our leader is running a 33 flat. So about a 1.5 second difference right now on those fresh tires.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, on pit road.
That's Barrett Morton going high and wide to avoid the 51
Davis.
Monster Machine. Yeah, so
Our championship contender, yep.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this replay.
See what happened here for the first scheduled stop. Don't know if it was a late call. I can see where he said he was coming on in. Was he behind him didn't get the memo, or he just locked it up and he's just gonna lock it up on entry? It looks like, yeah, big lock up on the 51 machine.
Looks like a little bit of
wide open.
Maybe an extra downshift right there.
It is possible. I'll see if we can maybe get the onboard camera. If that's possible. That'll give us a great listen.
As Kenora Davis gets back on the track with 54 laps to go. Andy Kurtz still out front, Chance Taylor second. Johnny Cofield is running in third.
I went back and looked real quick. I don't think it was a missed downshift. I think it just locked it up a little too much. Maybe had the brake bias all to the rear to have the truck turn on the old tires. He didn't adjust that brake bias. See more scheduled pit stops here. At this point, you'll expect another stop around 55 or 60, and that should get you to the end from there handsomely.
I think the leader's coming this time.
That does a nice tag on tires. Andy Kurtz, low and slow, try and get down to that low 50-mile-an-hour pit road speed.
Oh, we got one spinning on pit road into the inside wall. Was that one of our championship contenders? Benjamin Stevens?
Not sure who that was.
Some damage on the rear of that machine, looks like. That's the way the sticker looks.
Yes, it was Benjamin Stevens. Came in right behind their leader. Look at the 24 machine here. She locked him up way too fast and trouble for one of your championship contenders. Tried to match Chance Taylor, who was leading the championship, running there in second. Tried to match his call and didn't quite match it as well. Oh, does a great job at avoiding contact over the driver.
Yeah, oh man. These green flag pit stops are really tricky, and you got to maximize everything you can on these pit roads, because just losing 0.1 can really, hinder where you are running on the track. And sometimes you go over the edge, and it can pretty much ruin your night. As Gardner, our current leader now, brings it down pit road.
Jim Gardner, last week's winner. So looking through the running order, 2 of our 4 playoff drivers have had issues getting on pit road. It's a very tricky pit road. I mentioned lack of grip, very abrupt banking change. Trucks do not like it at all. So Colton Lanford now exiting pit lane. So the last driver to make last championship driver to make his scheduled stop. See Brandon Walsh driving in from the lead here in that beautiful 99 Reaper racing machine. About 14, 15 seconds is what you want. 14.6 there for Wallace. Pretty nice stop by that pit crew. We're going to start to be looking at who's going to cycle out to the lead. I believe it's going to be Andy Kurtz. I think Barrett Morton might have actually taken 2 tires, or just by pitting early, was able to make a ton of time. You see Barrett Morton there. He's already done a stop. Is right behind the 48.
Yeah, Barrett Morton in that 61 machine has about 3 laps more on his tires, along with Cliff Adams now running in 3rd. So that undercut working off. So far, so good. We'll see how it plays out at the later stages of this run, but Barrett Morton trying to get there to the back bumper of Andy Kurtz as he loses a little bit on the exit of 2 that time.
Yeah, that was no 2 tires. That was 4 tires. That was just the undercut working great here for Morton. Now it's not going to help him too much as we get longer and longer in this run, but see the power of the undercut there. I mean, when you're talking 2 or 3 seconds quicker a lap sometimes, definitely adds up very quick, and Morton's going to gain a ton of track position here, but he's running just outside the top 10, and he's here in the podium. He's got healthy lead over, or healthy advantage over Cliff Adams there in 3rd, and a 3-second advantage over Chance Taylor in 4th. And look at another driver who has benefited from this undercut. Look at the driver there in 5th. Now, it wasn't a scheduled pit stop, but Patrick Graybick did get damage on the right side, came down, got fresh tires about 20 laps into the run, a little bit earlier than most of these guys. He's picked up a ton of time. He's running 5th.
We'll see how it plays out. He's hoping for a yellow flag any second now to help him get ready to come down for his pits. Looks like everybody was stretched it out to about almost 30 laps that run. So I'm thinking around lap 60 we'll see our last set of pit stops if it continues to go green. We'll have about 20 laps on that last stint. So these drivers probably starting to do calculations right now and make sure that they are good to go. And as your player now comes down for service on his end, multiple laps down.
The player mentioned that hardware issue for him, heartbreak. Again, the beautiful 42. Jeremy Gardner just made the pass there on Graybick to get around him, move around his spot inside the top 10. Back up front, though, cycled back to the lead. It's Andy Kurtz there in the 48. He's already won one thing tonight. That was your Jam Printing Promotions pole award. Wasn't able to lead every lap due to the pit cycle, but he's taking home that pole award, and by far the most laps led tonight. I don't think anyone's going to top this as we're just a couple laps away from the halfway mark.
Yeah, Andy Kurtz really wants to see his name on the side of Brayton Laster's ARCA Menards machine in Daytona. That'll be quite the scene to see. As we look throughout the field with our championship contenders, we look at Colton Lanford in the number 25 machine. Started towards the back tonight, was a last-minute addition to the championship 4 as well. Lanford Nation, you can see Colton Lanford currently running in the 18th position.
Yeah, they're going to need a lot of help here. He's got the speed, just maybe a couple undercuts here and there. He's running out of time, though, to start making his way towards the front. Driver that had an issue getting on pit lane, if you remember there, Dorian Davis, he had and I'll tell you how much this hurts. He actually came in front of Barrett Morton by about a second. So he should, in theory, be next to, if not in front of Andy Kurtz, the leader right now, if it wasn't for that mistake getting on pit lane. So he's able to rebound nicely. Still running inside the top 10 behind Chance Taylor as far as the championship goes. Don't have to go and make up 5 or 6 seconds somewhere once you shot out of the championship.
Man, I tell you what, Brayton, you really made that sting a lot more than I thought it was going to. The way you
that one really
described
hurts when you think about that. That one really hurts.
Yeah. Talking about how he was in front of Barrett Morton, and then, but just all played out. Dorian Davis could find himself maybe in that championship lead as well.
And then Ben Stevens was right there behind Davis there in the 24. They're now side by side on the racetrack actually, so both the drivers trying to chase down Chance Taylor, and Stevens gonna get the spot. The driver from Illinois trying to be side by side. He is gonna be side by side. Trying to run the inside, sends it a little bit. on the white line, able to keep it stick for now. Still going to be side by side. Dorian Davis trying to hang on, carry the momentum. One driver behind him, that's Travis Bieber in the 114, trying to pick and choose the lanes. Might split him free wide middle. Davis hard to the outside wall. He's going to fall back a little bit. You can see the spots, and that might have hurt the right side of that 51 truck.
Speaking of hurting trucks, we had Benjamin Stevens get in trouble on the pit road there. He used his fast repair on that pit stop as well to fix his truck after getting into the wall. So Benjamin Stevens here at the halfway mark has no more fast repairs.
Heartbreaking indeed as Steve Stevens pulls away from Bieber and Davis. Looking back up front now, it's going to be Chance Taylor. Got sandwiched with Barrett Morton on a little bit older tires. And then Cliff Adams for the equal tires right behind him, looking inside of Morton now. Morton won't be able to put up much of a fight. So on that older rubber, this is where it's really going to start stinging. About 15 laps until the next scheduled stop. About 10 laps until the door opens for that final stop. So Barrett Morton's going to be bleeding a lot here over the next couple of laps. About 4 or 5 laps older tires than most of the guys in this field. I don't think it's going to bleed too much. It should have a net gain overall, though. It's going to be pretty loose, though. Yawing that 61 truck out like he's at the sports home in southern Indiana, northern Kentucky there, and he's making it stick for now.
Hanging on to every inch he can that he gained there on that flip as we look at Jeremy Gardner here in the 42 machine with Mickey Isaac in that 01 on his back bumper. Those two drivers duking it out for 5th and 6th position. Some great battles throughout the field, different pit strategies. Like you said, we're almost to that window for the next pits already. Wonder what drivers are thinking about undercutting. Maybe some drivers maybe think we could maybe do a 3rd stop. We'll have to see how it plans out.
Yeah, they're looking about 40 seconds on a pit stop, give or take. You're not going to be able to make up 40 seconds somewhere, some way. It's possible. So you got to get the timing just perfect, though.
Brayton, you would know more probably from real life experience. We're not a long run like this, and it's been green for so long. This is probably when the mental toughness is really when you need to start putting it in, because sometimes it feels like you've been out there for about 20 more laps than the race was supposed to be.
Yeah, definitely. You expect a caution, especially a track like this, and it starts becoming a very much a mental game. You're talking more mental game. You're talking about fatigue game as well. Physically, your hands starting to hurt. If you've been death gripping the steering wheel, if you've been free wide most of this race, definitely can hurt a little bit, get sore, get tired. Make sure to eat banana beforehand. But when you're sitting here on iRacing and you're dealing with an ill-handling truck, you're playing a different strategy, and you're just in it for the long game, knowing that a caution can destroy the strategy and throw everything away. That hurts to sit there and even think about. So just try to drive the truck, drive as best as you can. I got Cliff Adams driving it great right now. Has driven it into the top 5 here. But at this point, you know, everyone in the top 5, top 10, top 15, they're all pretty happy. It's the drivers in the very ill-handling trucks, the drivers that wreck the pit lane. Those are the ones that are struggling right now probably most.
I'm sure a lot of these drivers don't want another set of green flag pit stops, but it looks like Patrick Drabeck, one of those drivers that had a little incident, had to come in on a different pit strategy, has already made his 2nd stop now.
He might be one that might be able to benefit from a 3-stopper. One driver, that's 99, I believe, of Wallace, getting nice and comfortable up to the outside wall, looking on the outside of Benjamin Stevens, and he is letting it all hang out here. It's like a walkway show, just showing everything he's got. Stevens gets a little bit loose to the inside, falls back in line. Andrew Player, he's a couple laps down there in that 18. He's got some fresher tires that trying to work his way up through this field, and Wallace is trying to be a man on the mission, the man on the move.
Watching these drivers out here, we've been about 20 laps since our pit stops happened. And right now, a lot of these drivers got maybe 4 to 5 lap pressure tires here throughout the back. So we're watching those comers and goers really start to show right here. We're seeing who's trying to benefit from pitting later in the run.
That's when you're going to see a lot of these different tire strategies start to really fall off. About 5-6 laps, as mentioned, spread throughout the whole field. So the guys that pit a little bit later, they lost a lot of time due to the undercut, but now is when the overcut starts to really come into effect. George Jewell, a driver trying to hang on right now in that 8th spot. He's got 22 laps on his tires versus Brandon Wallace has 18 3-4 lap pressure tires. Wallace is able to run a second quicker lap here. So George Jewell is trying to hang on. Not much he can do. He's got Andrew Player as well. They mentioned he's already multiple laps down, but he's got 13 lap old tires, so 10 laps fresher than most of the guys in front of him.
And this is when you're doing that strategy of staying out a little bit longer. You want these green flag runs. You want to be able to capitalize on those fresher tires. And all these drivers that undercut it though, they're screaming in their heads, they're saying yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yeah, they want the bleeding to stop right now.
This is some great green flag action too. Really tight battles throughout the whole field.
And despite the tire deficit, George Jewell is able to hang on, just outdrive Brandon Walsh here a little bit, and it's creating a bit of a parking lot behind him. A couple drivers eager to get by. Andrew Player, Craig Bottenrager there. I believe he had the fastest lap earlier in the race, up 11 spots. And Benjamin D. Stevens, one of their playoff drivers as well. So Craig does still have the fastest lap of the race at 30.946, which is, if you sit there and you think about it, that's actually slower than a single car qualifying. So I don't know if that's just an effect of the dirty air versus, you don't have the drive on the straightaway, but I think dirty air is very crucial. That's the story that I'm getting here.
Yeah.
So we're past 30 laps to go here, Jeremy, and I think we're getting very, very close to our final pit stop.
Absolutely. I see it looks like a couple trucks getting ready to come down pit lane now, and this is going to be wild. Who's going to make that flip? Who's going to make that flop? Is pitting early going to be the call here at the end with just 20 laps to go? If we go to that 60 lap mark, and there's just so much to go through these heads, and I'm just glad I'm up here in the broadcast booth with you, enjoying these great laps, final laps of this season.
Yeah, we don't have to think about it that much. If we get it wrong, we get it wrong. Got Colton Lanford and a couple other drivers from Dorian Davis, Tommy Limley, and more all come down pit lane here. Benjamin Stevens as well. So 3 of your 4 playoff drivers are going for the undercut, and we're going to see where Chance Taylor reveals his hand. If it's going to be a little bit later, looking for the long run, or we're going to have to bleed here a little bit for the undercut. Look at the 24 Benjamin Stevens there. Came in a little bit later than the other 2 playoff drivers. Great, beautiful pit stop, 14 flat for him.
That's one of the fastest all night. That is the fastest all night, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen a 14 flat, so he parked it just right. See if you can capitalize on that quick pit road time.
No penalty yet, so everyone's driver doing a good job. Colton Manford does cycle in front of Dorian Davis. They're going to move up to 3rd in the standings. Obviously, the other 2, or we'll see where Steven cycles through. I think he should cycle in front of them, but see where Chance Taylor cycles.
Championship contenders. Oh, Bieber almost, yes, just a little touch to the wall, cranks it to the left, just hanging on to that 3rd lane up against that wall. Barrett Moore was there to the inside. Now Andrew Player is getting it to his outside. Ooh, this is some tight battle, and we got different tire strategies. Pit stops just over the horizon.
I think we're going to see Barrett Moore in pit here pretty soon, and he's going to come down right now. He benefited big time from the undercut the first set. Beautiful job of getting down to 50 miles an hour. Doesn't have to avoid a wreck this time, so it should be a little bit quicker than the first. And Barrett Moore trying to be one of your front runners to come down pit lane for the first time and benefit big time from an undercut if it works. Overshoots his pit stall, optimal pit stop.
Oh, looks like he got just right on it. Looks like jacked him right up.
Going to slow him down just a little bit. At least it should. We'll see where it hits him. 14-1, beautiful pit stop, overshoot or not.
Wow, these Lincoln Tech pit crews are hitting it hard.
Yes, they are. Speaking of, we're going to go ahead and give a quick shout out to Lincoln Tech, one of the series sponsors. They sponsor the fall series, and they're a very large partner of GoatLocker Racing. But Lincoln's mission is to provide superior education and training to our students for in-demand careers in a supportive, accessible learning environment, transforming students' lives and adding value to their community. They are one of the largest automotive technology schools in the nation with over 23 campuses. Again, those huge partners we are, and they're very prominent in the racing scene and very prominent in the automotive world. If anyone looking to get into the automotive industry, Lincoln Tech, give them a call, give them a look. And they don't have one currently, but they have had in the past a high-performance program, which I may or may not have been interested in being a part of at one point. See Andy Kurtz, guys, Lincoln Tech pit crew, give him a bottle of water, give him a cookie, and let's see this pit stop time a little bit slower, 14.7. So this might hurt him a little bit. He's got the fastest truck on night, but one of the slowest pit stops. It's Jeremy Gardner going to inherit the lead. He's going to come down pit lane right now, and that's going to give the lead to Brandon Walsh, 99.
A lot transpiring here. Just all different strategies here with 22 laps to go. Who's going to have the right strategy through all that sequence? Looks like Andy Kurtz still running third.
So we'll see where they all cycle through. So Benjamin Stevens just unlapped himself there in the 24th. Brandon Walsh coming down pit lane. Bit of a lockup from Brandon Walsh. And here we have a car sideways. Jeremy Gardner, he was running second at the time. I think he was just exiting pit road. He was, and on cold tires, looped it, hit the inside wall. Some nose damage for him. Nothing catastrophic, but it's not what you want to do on the final pit stop of the race. See what happened on the 42 truck here.
See if he maybe goosed it up a little bit too much, trying to get ready to get back under pace. Yeah, just a little bit too much. Those cold tires can be like ice skates, and if anything, just maybe a little scratch. If anything, just a lot of lost time.
So remember, Benjamin Stevens, he is running third as Walsh hits there. He has already made his final pit stop. He made it 7 laps ago, so he went for the undercut, made a big stride within a couple seconds for Andy Kurtz. Mickey Isaac as well. Not really been a driver we've talked about all night long. He is now within a couple tenths of Andy Kurtz. He doesn't have the tires. He's got about 5 laps older tires than Andy, so he's gonna fall back a little bit here, but great track real estate for him. Patrick Brabick, expect him to make a final stop in the next 10 or so laps. I'd like to see him rather make it sooner than later, that we can benefit from having the fresher tires. And then Barrett Morton will inherit that 4th spot. Chance Taylor with fresh rubber will get a shot to go and move up through the top 5. He's going to have to make up 4 seconds on Benjamin Stevens for this championship. They're going to come down to the wire here. He's got 20 laps. Chance Taylor does to make up 4 seconds to Stevens.
There's that pit strategy move I was talking about there, Brayton, as Benjamin Stevens with the undercut finds himself in the championship lead right now over Chance Taylor. Can Benjamin Stevens hold off the other championship drivers here for these final 19 laps? Undercut. Those tires are going to be older than everybody else around him, so he's got to manage them and try to stay in front.
Yeah, I mentioned some issues for the other drivers throughout the field. Dorian Davis able to have a clean pit stop for once. He's going to cycle out 15th, but Colton Lanford came in there in front of Davis. Was able to come out there in the 13th position, so he's currently third as they run in the playoffs. Beautiful looking truck here, so he's going to need some help. Currently 13 seconds behind Andy Kurtz, the leader, and about 10 seconds behind Benjamin Stevens, leading the playoffs. So he's going to need a caution and a shake of luck to make this thing go his way.
Colt Lanford was the driver added just minutes before today's green flag, as one of the championship drivers had an issue and could not make it tonight. That awesome Lanford Nation number 25 there on the outside of that number 97 of Mark Cofield. The battling side by side there for the 13th and 14th spot is
contact, big bobble there from Lanford, able to get it wound back up again as Cofield goes and drives on by, but that about ended Lanford's hopes and dreams right here. Coming to 16 laps to go, that could have gotten ugly.
Keeping an eye on this battle right here between Chance Taylor and Barrett Morton. Chance Taylor, if he can get around Barrett Morton, his next car is next truck will be the 24 of Benjamin Stevens, and that is going to be for the championship. Ben Stevens on those older tires, currently 2.4 seconds ahead of this battle. Can he stay ahead of Chance Taylor and win his championship?
The truck in front of them, that's going to be Jonathan Cofield. Cofield has a little bit fresher rubber, pretty equal to Chance Taylor's tire situation, but they're side by side behind him. Morton and 6-1 trying to hang on, has played the strategies beautifully tonight. Picked up a handful of spots from it, was the leader of the undercuts. Going to get undercut on track by Chance Taylor coming off of turn 4 to give that 4th spot to Chance Taylor. So all that's between Benjamin Stevens, Chance Taylor, and a championship. As Benjamin Stevens going to turn a lap car in front of him, Tommy limiting to the inside wall. He's going to be able to get it recouped, but coming off of turn 2, Stevens just turned to 30, able to get it going straight again, but that was almost catastrophic.
Let's take a look at this Maconi Entertainment replay. As you can see Lemley there, and that number 30 truck goes up towards the top there. You can see Benjamin Stevens just trying to get around the lap truck. Everybody kind of holding their thing. And, oh, I'm not sure what happened there, but did not help Benjamin Stevens try to keep in this contention.
Yeah, a bit of a jam there. And speaking of jam, I want to give another shout out to Jam Printing and Promotions. Mentioned Andy Kurtz, winner of tonight's Jam Printing Promotions full award. Mentioned a couple times tonight, but Jam Printing and Promotions out of Plainfield, Indiana, they're local and they're veteran certified. And we do well, we can do more good in the community. Since forming in 2013, Jam has contributed printing and promotional sponsorship to more than 60 local nonprofits with their primary focus on organizations that assist veterans, women, and children. They've been with GoatLocker Racing since the very beginning. They provide GR with many and all promotional items, including shirts, hats, decals, dog tags, you name it. GM is GR's go-to promotional company. I think they did some sweatshirts too, or hoodies that Patrick was posting about. So a couple drivers expecting those in the mail for this beautiful holiday season. By Andy Kurtz, I'm sure would. On top of that, GM Printing and Promotions full award would love a hoodie to go along with it that says race winner.
Oh, Stevens in the wall. As he just lost that championship lead to Chance Taylor way up there. Benjamin Stevens' night just continues to get worse now, as hopefully the bleeding stops eventually. We'll see if Chance Taylor, though, can get up to that 0-1 to get himself into position number 2. But right now, Chance Taylor finding himself as our championship leader.
Yeah, Chance Taylor has done everything he'd need to do tonight, and he's given himself a chance. He has given himself a chance beautifully. That's some time to go. Andy Kurtz has been beautiful all night, led the most laps by far. Mickey Isaacs has played the pit strategy as well to currently run in that second spot. But Chance Taylor, all he needed was a chance, and he's taken and he's made the most of it.
Chance Taylor, easiest thing for him to do right now is just to finish this race. So just look throughout the field. You can see the 36 there of George Jewell and Craig Pontrager right there in the 49. This is right at the edge of the top 10. So Andrew Player in that mix as well. He is a couple laps down.
You want to grab it, Patrick, there?
With the
down.
Speaking of Jam Printing and Promotions.
And getting some help from the Lincoln Tech pit crew in that Jam Printing and Promotions decals. Maybe we'll throw some new decals on it there from Jam. The truck looked nice and spiffy again. 14-3 in the pit stop. Beautiful work there by the Lincoln Tech pit crew. And you sit there and look at the stats. Stats are a great way to look, but they don't tell the full story. Chance Taylor has not won a race this season. He's one of 2 championship drivers. Oh, I see the bobble there by Stevens. Another bobble went off the turn 2. Same spot, same. I don't know if it's error, just a bad handling truck, but he looks like he wants a caution soon to get some tires and I think maybe fix it. But Chance Taylor was one of the drivers in the final 4 that didn't win a race, but he has not had to. He's been the most consistent and has had the highest average finish by 2 whole spots over the other final 4 drivers. So he's not had to win a race this season, but he's still going to be able to win a championship if he's able to hang on just a couple more laps.
I feel like almost every year we talk about how, you know, it's win and you're in. Somehow one driver just seems to be just consistent enough to keep themselves up front week in and week out. They might not win a race, but they give themselves the championship trophy by being consistent. We'll see if that can happen for Chance Taylor as Benjamin Stevens, one of our championship 4 contenders here tonight, with another issue.
I think Stevens is coming down pit road as we speak to after that big bobble there. So a caution now would benefit him greatly, but it's not looking likely. As an unscheduled pit stop to fix that right front. He's going to fall down the running order, down the playoff runner. That's going to move Colton Lanford and Dorian Davis in front. Speaking of, Davis and Lanford are neck and neck on the racetrack. About a second separates those two. For now second in the championship.
Under 10 laps to go. We're at the 5 lap to go mark. This race is just flying by here, Brayton. At this rate, I mean, this race is going to be under an hour, if not just, yeah, we're going to be under an hour. I mean, this has been green flag racing this whole time, just a couple pit stops, different strategies, not too much drama with the championship 4 with on-track action, but off-track action, coming down pit road, finding the wall and other areas, just not having good issues. But right now, the one driver having a good night is Chance Taylor, as he is our championship leader, getting ready to come to 3 to go.
I'll tell you who's not going to be championship leader tonight. Benjamin Stevens, who talked about the issues the last couple minutes. Now that he find the wall in turn 2, he has found the garage. He has parked it for the night. So Benjamin Stevens, he will not be your Sunday night truck series presented by INVETS champion.
Definitely not the way you want to end your season. 2.5 laps to go for Andy Kurtz. Andy Kurtz looking to not win the championship, but looking to win the race and find his name on one of the quarter panels of the Arkham and Arts machinery of the pizza man, Brayton Laster.
Yeah, big honor there, more than winning the race. You get your name on a freaking race car. Isn't that cool? So, 2 flags there, cross flags, 2 to go. Cross flags, I guess, technically halfway. Sometimes they hold up 2 flags, so just say, hey, 2 to go.
Pop into this.
Down the back straightaway for the second to last time in 2024. Andy Kurtz expecting a white flag there in that beautiful 48 truck. He's been perfect all night. Started with that Jam Printing Promotions Pole Award and now to receive the Jam Printing Promotions white flag. I'm sure they made it themselves. The final time to go for Andy Kurtz, final time to go for Chance Taylor, and final time to go in 2024 for the GoatLocker Racing Sunday Truck Series presented by INVETS. Off of turn 2 for the final time. There's no one in sight. It's a lap car behind him. It'll be Kyle Deering's 2 laps down. Chance Taylor is not even in the picture, but it's all Andy Kurtz through 3 and through 4 for the final time tonight. He's got on the pole. He's been picture perfect. Give it to Andy Kurtz in the 48, and then coming home in second behind him. He hasn't won all season. He hasn't had to, but he's going to win the championship. Give it to Chance Taylor. All he needed was a chance. Battle there for second through 3 and 4. Second the championship. It's going to be Colton Lanford neck and neck with Dorian Davis. Dorian Davis, they have a bobble last lap, so give it to Colton Lanford for second championship. Jeez, Davis riding the wall there off of turn 4. Dorian Davis is third and last car on the lead lap. So that's your 1, 2, 3 in the championship as Mickey Isaac as well able to hang on for third in the race after a beautiful pit strategy. And Andy Kurtz is going to burn it down here on the front straightaway in this tri-oval. Beautiful, beautiful truck, beautiful, beautiful burnout, and a beautiful, beautiful run. And we'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have some interviews and some very exciting results.
Hey everybody, Patrick here with GoatLocker Racing. We got the truck loaded up, getting ready to head north up to Muncie, Indiana. About an hour and a half drive. Get this sim rig in the hands of Josh Unger, our newest veteran that has joined the GoatLocker Racing family. Can't wait to get it in his hands. Folks, we just pulled up, so let's get this thing delivered. Alrighty, that was a whole lot of fun. Got the sim rig dropped off to Josh. He's as excited as could be. Got to meet his two boys, his wife, and everything. He's gonna get everything set up and ready to race. So congratulations again, Josh. Welcome to the GoatLocker Racing family, and thanks to everybody that makes this happen. I want to give a special shout out to the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs and the grant they gave us to make this happen. INVETS, you guys are awesome. You are the ones that helped us identify this veteran and so many more. So stay tuned. We got more sim rigs rolling out, and be sure to follow us on all the social media and head over to our website, www.goatlocker.org. Take care.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Hello and welcome back to the beautiful virtual Atlanta Speedway here in Hampton, Georgia. Just saw Andy Kurtz put on an absolute clinic in a field that saw 24 drivers take the green flag, and full rundown here coming up. It's been a beautiful race, the first caution-free race this season. There's Andy Kurtz leading 74 laps to get the win, so didn't only lead 6 laps tonight over Chance Taylor, tonight's season champion. Chance Taylor there. I think guys a great pit stop stretch for him. Going to finish third. Jeremy Gardner, bit of a bobble for him on getting off pit lane, so could have finished probably second or third, but shut up for fourth tonight. Travis Bieber there in fifth. Barrett Morton there in sixth. Brandon Walsh going to finish seventh here tonight. Leads 3 laps in a route. That seventh place finish. Craig Bonton Rager, fastest lap of the race for him. He's going to finish 8th after starting all the way back in 21st. Brett Bieber, he's going to finish 9th. George Jewell had a lot of speed all night. He's going to round out the top 10.
Just outside the top 10, the number 7, you had Charles Abert. In the 12th finishing spot, you had Mark Cofield. 13th finisher was Colton Lanford, one of our championship contenders, finishing second in the points. 14th finisher was the number 51 of Cadorian Davis. He finishes third in the championship 4. 15th finisher was Jonathan Cofield. In the 16th spot, you had Patrick Drabeck. 17th, you had Jeremiah Holt. 18th, Cliff Adams. 19th, Kyle Deering. 20th, Tommy Lemley. 21st, Andrew Player with some connection issues earlier in the race. Benjamin Stevens, one of our championship 4s drivers, finishes 4th in the championship 4. Scott Gilroy and Nicholas Gibson rounding out this awesome field of 24 trucks.
Yeah, I mentioned Andy Kurtz putting an absolute clinic. And now Andy is standing by with us here in the Maconi Entertainment broadcast booth. Andy, what? Hey, I keep saying it's a clinic, and it was a clinic. It was a dog and pony show. That 74 laps, got that Jam Printing Promotions Pole Award, and you never looked back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a fun race. Love seeing it go green. Love this track. So just had to execute, not beat myself, and yeah, enjoyed it. Congrats to Chance on the championship, man. He had a great season. So just glad to be able to make a couple of these races and had fun this season.
Yeah, talk about coming out tonight. You start on the pole, and like you said, this absolute clinic over these guys. You basically took them to school. Did you expect to be this dominant here and win by over 7 seconds?
Not really. I mean, I think I'll definitely take it, but I think guys like Jeremy and Cofield, I think they had a couple issues on green flag stops, but I think they were quicker than me, so they just didn't qualify like I did. So um, I'm sure they would have ran me for the win probably, but yeah, just manage my stuff. I didn't really have to push it hard, so knew that truck would get really loose on the long run, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, just I was fortunate that I could just not push the truck much and just be comfortable the whole race. So definitely take it. It went really well, but there were a lot of fast other guys in the field too tonight.
Yeah, this race went caution free. The first race this season to go caution free, so you definitely have to take care of the stuff. Long run, short run. You had all kinds of runs, all kinds of action. But anybody want to thank and route to winning the championship race here tonight?
Yeah, man, just appreciate you guys. Appreciate GoatLocker for putting on a great season for us. Looking forward to next season. And I want to thank all of our partners, Lincoln Tech, Hidden Whip Brewery, Cruisin Classics, Nasty's Restaurant and Bar, Veterans for Life Foundation, Veterans for Life Racing, INVETS, Jam Printing and Promotions, Maconi Setup Shop, V-Speed, Nazar 360, Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs, Alexander PC, SimMotion, Next Level Racing, iRacing, and Above the Yellow Line for helping us put this on.
And real quickly before I let it go, I don't know if you saw this, but we are actually doing a cool promotion with the winner of this race, where the winner of this race will get your name actually on
Oh
the
man,
side of my ARCA car at Daytona and Talladega next season.
yeah,
Don't
that.
know if you'll be down there, but that's a little extra plus for you.
Oh man, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I saw you posted that today, and thought that'd be super cool. And luckily I just got busy between when I saw it today and the race, and I just wasn't thinking about it. And I'm glad that I forgot about it because I would have been real nervous trying to make sure that I I did get the win. So, no, that's awesome, man. Appreciate that, and looking forward to seeing that, and appreciate all you and everyone does.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for taking time to speak with us, and thank you for putting on a great show.
Yeah, man, and good luck.
That was Andy Kurtz, winner tonight, led 74 laps. I still can't believe that. He would have probably led every single lap if it wasn't for the green flag pit cycle. Next up, we have our third place driver. We're going to take a skip over Chance Taylor for now. We'll get a award with him talking about his championship run in a minute. But for now, Mickey Isaac standing by with Jeremy.
Welcome up here to the booth, Mickey. Finding yourself here in the season finale, finishing third. Man, this was a long season. We finally find ourselves here just a couple days before Christmas, wrapping it up. Walk us through your night and walk us through your season.
Shoot, man, I only raced 2 or 3 races this season on this league. But the timeline really don't work out for me too well. So I just came in here tonight, one of my favorite tracks. See how I could do against the guys.
Well, you did pretty decent. You find yourself starting in 14th, worked your way up to third with a green to checkered race. That's a lot of spots gained, probably some strategy worked out. Who do you have to thank for getting you here tonight?
We'll give a shout out to INVETS for sponsoring all this stuff and the things they do for vets that's in need. I guess they put money in and draw for those rigs and computers and all that. That's a good thing.
Yes, we really appreciate everything GoatLocker does. We appreciate you being a part of the season finale. Congratulations on your third place finish, and we hope to speak to you in the future.
Yeah, meet you guys. Y'all have a good holiday and Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. You as well.
That was Mickey there, finishing third. The night started already back in 14th, so played that pit strategy game pretty well. And able to come home third. But a driver that comes home with a championship, he's going to finish second. He didn't need to win a race all season, but he didn't need to. All he needed was a chance. Chance Taylor, tell us about your night and your championship.
Yes, sir. It was a good night. We got some practice in this afternoon with Jeremy Gardner. Props to him for the help there and helped me get kind of dialed in for tonight. And I just kind of put it on cruise control. I wanted to go for the win and the championship, but man, Kirsch was just stupid fast, and I just didn't want to burn my stuff up trying to even get to him. So.
And they're sitting there racing throughout the race. It goes caution free. The first race of the season go caution free, and they're sitting there to make their final pit stop about 20-25 to go. See Benjamin Stevens. He comes out second or third, about 4 or 5 seconds in front of you, but he's on older rubber. What goes through your head?
Well, I didn't even realize he undercut me there, and on Discord there with the guys, they said you better pick up the pace. And Ben's in front of you, and I just kind of pushed it there for a little bit and saw him burning his stuff up. So I said, well, I got a little bit of time, and I just try to keep composure and get past him there.
And you mentioned how nice it would have been to go out here and win the race. Like you said, though, you didn't have to still win a champion, but Andy Kurtz, he led 74 laps tonight, won by over 7 seconds. Was there anything you think you could have done differently over the course of the race or that last run or maybe shake things up?
Man, maybe I undercut him a little bit, but by the time we did our last pit stop, I was just happy with being second and getting the championship. So I just finished it out that way.
Definitely a fun race indeed from our point of view. We got to thank you. We got to thank everyone a part of GoatLocker Racing and the GoatLocker Racing Sunday Truck Series presented by INVETS for putting on a great show. And anybody you want to thank?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank GoatLocker, Veterans for Life Foundation, Lincoln Tech, Hidden Wit Brewery, Cruisin Classics, Nessie's Restaurant and Bar, INVETS, Jam Printing and Promotions, Maconi Setup Shop, V-Speed, NASCAR 360, Indiana Department of Affairs, Alexander PCs, SimMotion, Next Level Racing, iRacing, and Above the Yellow Line.
Thank you. You got it down pretty pat there. And real quick before we let you go, 2025 right around the corner. We're going to be returning once again here for the Sunday Night Series, where we see you back for
Yes,
the
sir, you
GoatLocker
will.
Racing Sunday Series. That's awesome to hear. And we'll see if maybe you can get a couple wins and route to a back-to-back championship.
I'm going to try.
Sure. Thank you.
I appreciate it, guys.
I'm going to take another quick word. Thank you to Chance for taking time to speak to us. But we're going to talk to the driver that got second in the championship. Colton Lanford came up a little short, but was running fourth most of the night at the championship. Barani, he's finished his second in the championship. He's standing by with Jeremy.
We are indeed sitting by with Colton Lanford, a whirlwind of a day, I'm sure. I think it was about a half an hour before the broadcast on my end that I found out that Colton was in the championship for. Colton, what a day, what a season. Just kind of walk us through how your mindset had to change once you found out you were in the championship for.
I mean, I was just trying to get some practice in because I was slacking all week, and just got. I was just chilling at the chat, and one of the admins came in, and Daniel Crackhill came in, and he's like, "Hey, Colton, you got your ears on?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "Hey, so McCarthy can't make it. Guess you're in." I was like, "Oh, well, I guess I got to lock in now." And no, it was a fun race. I just lack of preparation on my part. I nearly killed Pat Drabick on like lap 13 and lost all that momentum, but nah, it was fun. I finally got a hang of the truck after 40 laps. Just fell short.
Well, you had Lanford Nation cheering you on in the chat tonight. I'm sure they are happy to see you come home second in the championship. I mean, you were on the outside looking in coming in tonight. Like I said, just not enough practice, but things changed so fast, and you survived. You came home 13th, and man, it's got to feel good to be just in the top 4 in points, and you definitely capitalized on it. Congratulations on a great night tonight. Congratulations on your season. Who do you have to thank for getting you here tonight?
Oh, I mean, I had it plastered all over my truck all night tonight. Lanford Nation #1. Just love everybody that supports me and supports all my races. I've got to thank Lincoln Tech, Veterans for Life, of course Maconi. Can never go without saying thank you, Maconi. Can't forget the I'm trying to think. Sorry. uh, Man, I'm losing track of what I was thinking about. What was it? GoLocker .net.org?
.org, I believe, is the answer for. I believe donations is what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody that wants to support us and keeping this league running as smooth as it is now. Every donation is always appreciated. And I can't forget my primary sponsor, Madison County Collision Clinic down in Georgia. Love them as well. But other than that, no. Thank you guys for a great season. Sorry I fell short, but maybe next year.
Well, we had to grab you. We had to grab you for one quick interview before we sent you off into the off-season. Congratulations on finishing second in the points. Hopefully, we'll talk to you next season.
I look forward to it.
That was Colton Lanford, finished second here tonight in the championship running order. And Jeremy, we started this season so many months ago. A lot of race wins, a lot of different, finishes side by side, 3 wide. We've taken all sorts of tracks, short tracks, intermediates, road courses, and it ends tonight with not I won't say surprise winner, but a surprise championship shake-up there with a couple minutes left, changed the way the running order stood, and overall, how to look back at the season.
I'm sure David Duke, definitely wishes he could have made that family vacation a little bit different. But hey, family comes first, and unfortunately, just vacation planned the wrong time. And I think David Duke probably came in tonight. Probably would have been our favorite, but fortunately, real life stuff does take over the sim, and it was glad to see him just step up to plate and kind of give his position up for somebody else to get their opportunity. And Chance Taylor got his chance, and a great season overall. This tonight was another example of how great GoatLocker Racing is. Green to checkered at the Old Atlanta for 80 laps. Quite impressive. Drivers had that little bit of trouble on pit road, but they all still capitalized. And got to thank everybody at GoatLocker for putting this together. All the sponsors, supporters. This has been a great season. I can't wait for the next one.
Definitely a great season indeed. And for the final time tonight, I want to take a moment to thank you, all the fans, everyone watching at home, and then all the drivers for taking time to speak with us, all the drivers on track as well, all the series sponsors, Lincoln Tech, Campaign Promotions, INVETS, and GoatLocker. You can go check out GoatLocker at GoatLockerRacing.org. You can donate on their website as well, buy merchandise, do all kinds of stuff, find more information about what they're about, their mission, the board of directors, and join your Discord. And join one, they're multiple. They race about every night in the week. But for the final time though in 2025, we're signing off. So after a night of the most intense competition available for anyone and everyone on the iRacing service, we're wrapping up tonight's show in the GoatLocker Racing Sunday Truck Series presented by INVETS. Congratulations to Andy Kurt and Chance Taylor on their win in their championship. Calling it after tonight with myself, Brayton Master, alongside me in the booth with Jeremy Briggs and DJ Lineworth and Post Up Producer. Thank you to all our viewers for watching tonight's racing action, and we hope you'll stay tuned to all of our social media pages for our next race. Thank you to the entire staff for their work in bringing this racing to you. This has been a production of Maconi Entertainment. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and wish you in 2025.
Survive, GoatLocker Racing, we come alive. We're brothers and sisters bound by the code. In the heat of the battle, we lighten the load. From the dirt to the track, we stand our ground. With a roar like thunder, we like a second skin for the fallen and the ones who rise. In the name of freedom we ride the skies. From the first green flag to the final lap, we push the limits, no turning back. With the wind at our backs and the sun in our eyes, GoatLocker Racing will claim the prize. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. In the heart of the storm, we find our way. On the edge of the wild, we won't betray. Every lap, every turn, it's do or die. With the spirit of warriors, we reach for the sky. We're racing through the fire, burning bright. With the grit of the brave, we fight the night. No chains can hold us, no fear can break. We're GLR for glory's sake. We're the legends on the track, heart of steel. GoatLocker Racing, we make it real. In the dust and the smoke, we carve our name. GLR for glory's sake. In the heart of the storm, we find our way. On the edge of the wild, we won't betray. Every lap, every turn, it's do or die. With the spirit of warriors, we reach for the sky. In the heart of the storm, we find our way. On the edge of the wild, we won't betray. Every lap, every turn, it's do or die. With the spirit of warriors.